Guys, Fabri here. Welcome to my very first tutorial for you. Today we are going to talk about how to use LinkedIn to find your dream remote job. And the reason why I'm talking about it today is because I've received a lot of requests about this topic from you guys on our group. And I thought it was nice to actually create a video that you can watch and use to up level your LinkedIn skills. So let's move on to the topics we are going to cover today, which are how to be searchable on LinkedIn, the different strategies or methods we can use to find those hidden remote jobs on this platform, and the power of networking. So networking on LinkedIn is crucial if you want to find a remote job, and I will explain why later on in this presentation. Okay, so step one, you need to be searchable. People have to find you on LinkedIn because this will help you saving time, right? So we need to fix your LinkedIn profile if it's not fixed already. I'm sure it is, but it's always good to go through the basics so recruiters can actually find you there. So let me move my face. Some important things that we have to consider is making sure that your picture looks professional. So no weird background of you sitting at the beach. This is more for Facebook. No picture of you with your cat or you drinking a beer. Just keep a normal, nice, professional picture on your profile page. You have to update your headline with your current role and current industry. You need to work on your summary and write a very short introduction of yourself. Keep it short and sweet. Explain who you are in a few sentences. What are your main achievements and what you are looking for if you want to write it there. And then another super important thing for you is to update your career interests. So now we'll move on to we will move to my LinkedIn page so I can show you how to update all these things. All right, guys, so this is my homepage, and if I want to edit my profile, I'll have to click on here or here, it doesn't matter. And what we want to edit is this first part. So the headline here and the summary. And then we will check this part of the career interests. So to edit this information, you have to click on the pen, go to the headline, and here you will type your current role and your current industry. So if you, for example, work as a front-end engineer in the gaming industry, you have to write it there. You have to write senior front-end engineer, senior front-end developer, whatever you are in the gaming industry. And then we move to your summary. Remember what you put in the headline, because here you want to put a similar descriptor of your position. So if in the headline you wrote that you are a front-end engineer, here you must write front-end developer. And the reason why I'm telling you this, it's because if you do that, you will make sure that recruiters will find you. Because a recruiter doesn't always use, we should, but we may not always use the same keywords that the candidates are using to describe their profile or their roles. So make sure that you use all these similar terms to make sure that you enlarge your possibilities to be found. In the summary, anyways, you will write a description of who you are and what you like doing, what your achievements are. This is very important, and what you're looking for. And then you will click on save. Moving on, we'll scroll down, and this is very important. You need to update your career interest. You have to make sure that the recruiters know you are open to a new opportunity. So if this is on off, you have to click on it and write a small note for the recruiter, something like, hi there. In this case, when I was looking for a recruiter job, I wrote, hi there, dear recruiter, dear sourcer, I'm looking for a remote job. Feel free to get in touch with me and I will be happy to talk. Something like that. You can also be much more specific. So you can type there what kind of role exactly you're looking for, what kind of industry, anything that is relevant for you. And then here, where are you in your search? I would believe that if you are looking for a job, you are actively applying, but please pick whatever fits you the best. In my case, I am not looking for a job. And then again, use different titles that correspond to the role you're looking for right now. So you can see here, for example, I put recruitment specialist, senior recruitment specialist, global sourcing specialist. I should have put talent acquisition, for example. Put all the similar roles that are important for you in order to be found. Okay, now that we know how LinkedIn can work for us in the sense of people searching for us, finding us there, we can move on and talk about how to find the remote job leads on LinkedIn. We need to start getting familiar with the search bar and search location bar on LinkedIn, how to strategically use it, how to use the Boolean search, which is very important. If you don't know how to use it, I will send you a link of another tutorial I found on LinkedIn, which is pretty clear and useful. Again, we have to play with the keywords to find those hidden remote jobs, and we don't want to, waste our time. So when you've seen that a specific job search has worked for you and has given you the results you were expecting, then save that search, and you will receive job alerts in your email. So again, let's go back to my profile and I'll show you how to search for remote jobs. All right, we are back to the home page. We'll click on the jobs icon up here. And you can see what I was talking about. This is the search job bar, and this is the search location bar. So what we want to do is, again, as I mentioned before, playing with the keyword, playing with our strategy. Strategies. So, for example, let's say that I am a user experience designer, and I'm looking, of course, for a remote job. There are different ways we can find those jobs on LinkedIn. So let's start typing using the Boolean search, UX or user experience. experience designer and remote. Oops. Okay. And then I say that I'm looking for this hidden job worldwide. I'll click on it. And this is the first result I get. So let's take the first one. This is a position that seems to be based in Milan, sorry. So in the description, we can see, please note, this is a remote freelance position. Candidates can apply from anywhere in Europe and work remotely. I will explain why you see Milan here, even if the position is actually remote. This is another role. It says Boston. You can click on control. You can search for remote keywords to quickly find what you're looking for here. The responsibility, it says, participate in the lead UX activities, in-person and remote. This doesn't seem to be a remote position. So you really have to go into all those job offers and look if those companies are actually hiring remotely or not. This is the UX designer role at Kraken. Kraken is the company where I worked for, and I can tell you that this is for sure a remote job. And in fact, here you can see this position is fully remote and can be based anywhere. So this is the first result we have found. Now, if we go back here and select all filters, down here you can see that there's this option to flag remote, and this will give us different results. Again, you have to go into all those job offers and check if it makes sense for you. All right. If you have found good results by using this strategy, then click on this button, because this will create a job alert for you. And you can receive alerts daily and get notified by email and on LinkedIn, or only by email, or just having notifications on LinkedIn. Whatever you prefer. I'm always in to get notified by email, but this is really up to you. And then you click on save. Now, we put worldwide here. We can, if you are interested in finding a remote job in the European Union, then we just have to, Union, to click on it and use the same strategies we have used for our previous search. You can also consider to identify in which area the startups are based. So by that, I mean to go to this website, which is super useful. It's called Startup Blink. And you can say, for example, again, let's focus on Europe. You can identify the startup hubs. For example, we can see that there are more than 4,000 startups in the UK, some in Barcelona, 513. In Germany, there are several, I think, in Berlin and Munich. But anyways, you can use this website to understand where most startups are, located, and identify the job hubs and put it in there. So we have seen that in, it's here, in the UK, in London, there are a lot of startups that have their headquarters there. So maybe it's good to have a look at what is it's there. And this doesn't mean that the companies are hiring for the headquarters. It means the following. When a recruiter posts, a remote recruiter posts a job on LinkedIn, he or she doesn't have the option to click to select remote most of the time. So what we do as recruiters is playing around with those hubs that I have just shown you. So if I'm looking for a social media, for a social media marketer in Europe, I will probably post this vacancy for 2 weeks in London, and then Berlin, and then I don't know, in Dublin, whatever, because I make sure that people can find it, because not everybody knows how to search for a remote job. So I would assume that many of them would look for this remote position in those hubs. And our final step, networking. Super important, guys. So please, if you think you're a great candidate for a position, find the recruiter or the hiring manager or the HR department on LinkedIn and connect. We love it. I have always loved when great candidates reached out to me for a position I was working on or not, because I talked to my colleagues, and if someone reached out to me and looked great, I would just pass this person to the recruiter that is actually working on that specific role. So please contact us, contact them. I still talk as if I'm working as a recruiter, but yeah, please do it. Do it in a nice way, right? So when you contact a person, is not about you, is about them, or it's about the company. So for example, you can write something, again, short and sweet, like hi, whatever name is, I've been using this app, I've been following your company for a very long time because I love your values, blah blah blah, and I would love to work with you and for you. I have applied to the XXX position, but I'm also reaching out to you because I would love to have the chance to chat. Please let me know when you have time. Thank you. This is all good and great, and if you are a good candidate, for sure people will appreciate that that you took this extra step to get closer to the interview phases, and also connect with people that are currently holding the job you want, because people love to talk about themselves. They will be pleased to tell you anything you need to know. So if you have seen that someone is working as a I don't know, payroll assistant in a remote company you love, reach out to those people and ask them, hey, how did you got hired for this role? Is there anything you suggest me to do in order to be successful? And also, it's very important to connect with people that are currently working in a remote company, because many times remote companies and startups have a referral system. So if you get in touch with someone in the company and they are open to get your CV, they can refer you and they will get a bonus out of it if you will be hired. So they will be very happy to help you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to this tutorial. I hope it's useful. I hope it will help you during your journey. If you have any question you would like to ask, or if you need any support, feel free to ask anything in our group or contact me directly. All right, good luck. Bye bye.